Have you ever met someone who seemed different? A person who was charming yet chilling, manipulative yet strangely magnetic. They might have left you feeling confused, even a little uneasy. We're fascinated by the concept of the psychopath, those individuals who lurk on the fringes of society, seemingly able to operate without a conscience or the usual restraints of empathy and morality. But what exactly is a psychopath? How can we recognize the signs? And could the person sitting next to you or someone close to you secretly display these chilling characteristics? In this video, we're going to delve deep into the world of psychopathy as we uncover the signs that might just make you realize you're dealing with more than just a difficult personality. Psychopaths are not just the stuff of movies and crime dramas. They walk amongst us, in our workplaces, friend circles, and even our families. Understanding the signs of psychopathy can help us protect ourselves from potential harm and offer important insights into human behavior. Psychopaths aren't just a little off or eccentric. At their core is a constellation of disturbing traits that set them apart from the rest of us. Let's start by exploring those fundamental characteristics. The building blocks of a psychopathic personality. Perhaps one of the most chilling signs is a profound lack of empathy. Psychopaths simply don't feel the emotions that make us human. They cannot understand your pain, your joy, or your fear. To them, other people are merely objects or tools to be used for their own gain. Psychopaths are master manipulators. They possess an uncanny ability to charm, persuade, and control others. They use flattery, lies, and even guilt to get what they want, regardless of who gets hurt along the way. A psychopath's heart seems to be made of stone. They lack guilt or remorse for their actions, even when those actions bring devastation to others. They shrug off responsibility and rationalize their behavior with cold logic. Psychopaths often work overtime to maintain a facade of normality. Let's lift that mask and expose the behaviors that could signal hidden psychopathic tendencies. Don't be fooled by a dazzling smile or easy conversation. Psychopaths are experts at appearing likable and charismatic. They know how to say all the right things and mirror the image of a perfect friend, partner, or colleague. Deep down, psychopaths believe they are superior to others. They possess an inflated sense of self-worth, often believing rules don't apply to them. They may exaggerate their accomplishments, crave constant admiration, and hold unrealistic expectations of special treatment. Lying is second nature to a psychopath. They effortlessly spin elaborate tales to deceive, manipulate, and escape the consequences of their actions. Even when caught, they'll rarely admit to a lie, instead twisting the truth to maintain control. Psychopaths often struggle with impulse control, leading to reckless and sometimes dangerous choices. For them, living in the moment is everything, and consequences are rarely considered. The ordinary world isn't enough for a psychopath. They crave excitement and stimulation, often disregarding rules and social norms to get it. This might manifest as reckless driving, risky sexual behaviors, or even a penchant for crime. Psychopaths act on a whim without thinking things through. They can be notoriously fickle with jobs, relationships, and financial commitments. They may blame others when their impulsive decisions inevitably backfire. Many psychopaths see no need to earn their way in the world. They may prefer to live off others, exploiting their loved ones' generosity, or using their cunning to manipulate resources and support. A psychopath's past often offers disturbing clues into their present behavior. Let's look at some of the patterns in their history that can be red flags. Psychopathy doesn't suddenly appear in adulthood. Early warning signs can include bullying, lying, cruelty to animals, and a consistent pattern of defiant and rule-breaking behavior. Psychopaths typically lack genuine emotional attachments. They may drift through friendships and relationships, leaving a trail of broken hearts and confused ex-partners. Many psychopaths have a history of legal trouble. Their disregard for laws combined with impulsivity and lack of remorse can lead to repeated arrests and incarceration. While psychopaths lack true empathy and often appear cold and calculating, they aren't immune to strong emotional responses, which can be both confusing and unpredictable. Psychopaths may experience feelings, but these emotions tend to be fleeting and superficial. They might express joy, excitement, or even sadness, yet their eyes remain cold. Their responses manufactured. Beneath the surface, many psychopaths harbor simmering rage. When things don't go their way or their control is challenged, their anger can be explosive and disproportionate. They may lash out verbally or even physically. Psychopaths are remarkably fearless. Situations that would terrify most people leave them unfazed. This lack of normal anxiety can push them into daring and often dangerous activities. It's essential to remember that not everyone who displays a few of the signs we've discussed is a full-blown psychopath. Personality disorders like psychopathy exist on a spectrum, and a true diagnosis requires a careful evaluation by a mental health professional. Furthermore, it's important to avoid armchair diagnosis. Labeling someone as a psychopath can be harmful and stigmatizing. This information is about awareness and self-protection, not about slapping labels on the people in your life. If you suspect someone close to you exhibits a significant number of these traits and that it's causing harm to themselves or others, encourage them to seek professional help. Or, if someone's behavior feels dangerous or threatening, don't hesitate to prioritize your own safety and well-being. If you've recognized several of the signs we've discussed in someone close to you, you might be feeling a mix of shock, confusion, and perhaps even fear. Knowing that psychopaths exist is one thing. Facing that reality in your own life is something else entirely. Here's what you need to understand. If you're dealing with a psychopath, your priority has to be protecting yourself. Set firm boundaries, don't fall for their manipulations, and distance yourself emotionally. Seek support from trusted friends, family, or a therapist. It's easy to fall into the trap of trying to fix or help a psychopath. Remind yourself that you are not responsible for their behavior or their choices. True change is unlikely, and it's not your job to attempt the impossible. The information in this video isn't meant to scare you, but to empower you. Understanding the signs of psychopathy can help you make better decisions about your relationships, avoid being exploited, and protect yourself from emotional harm. The concept of psychopathy is unnerving, but it sheds a light on a hidden aspect of the human experience. By understanding these dark personality traits, we can protect ourselves and perhaps gain a greater appreciation for the empathy and social bonds that make us truly human. If the topic of psychopathy interests you, remember, there are many resources available online and in libraries. Continue educating yourself, but most importantly, stay safe and prioritize your own well-being.